Hey there, it's Jessie here. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for being here. So guys, today I'm going to talk about this. I pulled a card from the archetype deck and we got the saboteur. And if anyone grew up watching TV in the early noughties in England as a kid, do you remember that show where it was like, who is the saboteur? And it was this witch's lips with like purple lipstick. So we're going to talk about this, how we sabotage ourselves or how we sabotage others and why, from anecdotes from my own personal little life. Okay, so really, I notice that I sabotage myself in many areas where I feel unworthy of them. And when do I feel unworthy? Mostly because it just wasn't something I experienced while my brain was developing my understanding of this world, and I didn't have certain needs met or whatever, things didn't happen. And which means now as an adult, for some reason, I don't feel worthy that I can have those things because the belief formed then. And I just formed a lot of beliefs growing up. What about you? And with awareness, I can see how they are affecting me today. And so I sabotage when these things come because I don't feel worthy of them. And I tell you, like, I can even be aware that I want to be worthy. I want to feel worthy, but it's like on that deeper subconscious layer. And I'll give you an example. So first of all, I'll read you the light attribute. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So it can be a positive archetype to work with because at least it highlights to you where you're holding yourself back. And then the shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So personally, I see myself in both of these. This is nice, isn't it? Because it's just recognizing that you're sabotaging yourself. This one is a bit more like you're then destructive to yourself, which I definitely can be, or even undermine others, where you start like projecting it outwards, and do that too. And the image on this card, look at her. It's like a lady in a hot air balloon, and she's actually like, you can't see it really, but she's gonna like pop the balloon that she's in. Okay, so in my own life, I have this thing with visibility and being seen. And I have a wound from my childhood about this. So it's weirdly like the thing I absolutely crave and desire and want, and the thing I'm most afraid of as well. So why do I have a wound about it? I think like I remember moments in my childhood when I was at my full expression, like of joy, light, whatever. I love to entertain. I've always loved to perform. I like to be center of attention, to be honest, and make people laugh. And I'm all about it, always was as a kid. And there were enough incidences where I was in that full expression, where I was shut down. I was laughed at by people, humiliated, or told I was too much, or told I need to calm down. Like the amount of times I was kicked out of the classroom because I was laughing. I mean, I get it now. I'm a teacher. If somebody can't stop laughing, they do need to calm. But I treat my students differently if they're having a laughing fit because I know what it's like. They're enjoying life. Should we just let them enjoy it? That's, because that's what I needed. So there's a wound because what I learned is when I'm in my full expression of light and joy and excitement, that it has a negative reaction to people around me. And therefore I felt like, oh, I don't belong. Oh, I'm not accepted. Oh, I'm not loved when I'm in full expression of myself. So gradually I learned to be less and less and less. I think who resonates with this, eh? Less and less and less, just so it's like, just fit in, belong, everybody likes me, because when I'm all of me, did I get some negative reactions? So I internalize that as, if you want to survive, if you want to belong, just keep it on the DL. Now, this urge, this craving for me to be, to get attention, to entertain, to perform, hasn't gone anywhere. It's just in this trapped in this tiny little box. inside of me. Not strictly true, but honestly, if you knew my full expression, you would understand. Oh God, it is a lot. It is a lot. So there's this yearning to do that. That's what my spirit loves to do. That's what she loves to do. And I'm not doing it for her because I'm also afraid that it will be our downfall. And I have this desire, okay? Right, now, I decided, right, so I do want to be seen, even though I have a fear, so I need to take action in order to be seen. And that's what I'm doing. And life is reflecting back at me blockages in terms of my visibility. So let me explain. I joined a teaching platform at the end of last year, and I was getting loads of students. Things were going really well, and before I know it, lo and behold, they block my visibility. I made a small mistake, hands up, but my profile was hidden for 4 weeks. Nobody gonna see you. I was like, oh, that's my source of income. And what did I want to do? I wanted to fight. So I wanted to resist it. I was frustrated. So I get onto their chat support, nothing can be done. Computer says no, all of that crap. Now, my friend very rationally and reasonably suggests, why don't you just join another platform in the meantime? I'm like, great, good idea. Do the same thing. Set up a platform, blocked. I made some, don't even get me started on what they blocked me for. It wasn't fair. I didn't do what they thought I did. Anyway, it's just so out of context. This is the thing with these bloody system policies, isn't it? Like, where's the human? Anyway, they blocked me. And I was like, okay. So, my sources, this is what's happening here. The other thing was, it was YouTube last week at one point hid my videos. Like if I went onto the stats, it was like all the stats were blocked out for the last couple of days. So I'm like, okay, so now they're not, it was only a couple of days, but my videos weren't being shown to anyone. And then the camera on my bloody laptop start breaking down. But very opportune moments, So I was in a sharing call with the course that I'm doing, where we're sort of sharing our current insights and we're given some prompts. And the moment in my little pod when I started speaking, my camera went zzz, zzz, shut down. Now, each time I'm noticing there's something in this because it's eliciting an emotional reaction of me and frustration. And I'm mad that I'm trying to put myself out there to be seen, and it's seemingly externally I'm just being blocked everywhere, doom, 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 shut down. So I'm like, what? I'm trying, but you see, subconsciously, if I have a fear of being seen, doesn't even matter if I put myself out there, life is showing me that there's work to do still. I still have a fear. So I'm thinking about it, okay? So back in the past, when I was full expression of myself and I had these reactions that I internalized as, okay, it's unsafe. Oh, totally lost my train of thought. Must have been a lie. Totally lost it. It will come back. Oh, yeah. So now as an adult, I want to be seen. But because of the fear, I only want to be seen lovingly. I only want to be seen lovingly by others. I want to be seen and I want to be accepted, because that didn't happen in the past. And really, it's a darn shame, isn't it? Darn shame for all of us that this happened to, because we should have been loved and accepted how we were seen in whatever facet, even if it was like having a bloody fit. We needed to be seen and loved in those moments. So it's a darn shame that now we're all adults and we've got this fear of being seen because of past experiences, which are bloody valid. Even now as an adult, if I show up as all of me, I'll still be seen unlovingly, because we're still quite unhealed as a species, aren't we? We're working on it. Let's keep going, guys, because no wonder there's so much fear around, because we're all bloody scared, but we're all bloody mean to each other. It's like the light, we all have this, and also the shadow, desire to undermine others. that's what it turns into if we're not being aware of what we're doing, and then we're like, oh, bloody hell. And then there's this whole backlash of like, don't give a fuck what people think of you, like, oh, just gotta, and there's truth to that. Sad for me that there's truth in that, because wouldn't it be great if we could live in a world where everyone could be seen as they are and loved and understood, without it having to be beautiful and easy to love, because most of us aren't that beautiful and easy to love, you know? I think sure we are, there's parts of us, but there's all the other nasty parts as well, you know, and we're afraid to show it. It's a darn shame. So I feel like what the work is for me to do now is, like, as an adult, like, somehow rewire this subconscious fear that if we're seen unlovingly, that we're still safe, and we're actually, what's more fulfilling? Not being seen at all, or being seen and being loved, disliked, hated, all the other stuff that comes with it. And I think I just got to a point in my life where, like, not being seen anymore was so boring and unsatisfying. I'm like, okay, I'll be seen. But I have this undercurrent, which life is showing me through all the blocks of visibility, that I'm still a little bit scared of it. And anyone know what to do about that? I think it's just practice putting myself, I basically need to put myself out there and have the experience of it really not being liked, for me to build the resilience enough to be like, oh, I didn't die. I'm here to tell the tale. And yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at with it. This is my current mission of, like, showing up and building resilience in being not liked in that, but also being liked in it. It's just not like full, not how we'd like it to be, you know, want to be adored by everyone, but okay, not possible, but okay, still can do it, but then we'll see. I'm a little bit confused about it. Anyway, please let me know your thoughts if you have any regarding this. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you very, very much for the people who, when you commented on my video yesterday and I was like looking a bit sad and full of grief, and you were like, I'd hug you right now. Like, thank you for being beautiful, beautiful friends across the ethers and genuinely caring about me. And I just return the hug. Honestly, it's so beautiful. Thank you. So like the video if you liked it. And if you're completely new and you see where this is going, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful life. We've got this.